So there's no pipe from there?
No, so you just drive over the drain and just drains down.
Okay.
Alright. Toilet cassette, that should look pretty identical.
Yeah.
If you notice, it hasn't got the flush tank.
Yeah.
Compared to your last one, it flushes off the main water tank.
Right.
Okay, so there's no pink chemical to put in that.
Okay.
But you have still got obviously blue chemical to put into that one.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's no mechanism for having pink.
No.
So it's just plain water.
Yeah, it's just plain water flushing. What you can buy is the pink chemical diluted in a spray.
Yeah.
You can, if you wanted to do it that way.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just flushed down with just fresh water. Okay. So there's not a lot others to see from it. Obviously, you see your fridge vents. On the side there. This should look pretty similar. Obviously, before you had the one that said Aldi on it.
Yes.
This now says Truma on it.
Yes.
So as I said, they're not the same unit, but they're similar as in it's one unit.
Yeah.
That's the vent for the gas.
Okay.
Moving around the back, you've got a obviously got 12 volt fitted.
Yes.
And electrics are there. Also you've got reverse camera. Obviously up there.
Yes.
And you've also got fixings ready to receive a bike rack if you decide to.
Okay.
You want to take bikes with you. There's obviously a receiver there ready to bolt to or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Coming around this side, I'm assuming you would have had this fitted because I wouldn't have thought that was.
Yes. No, we asked for that.
A spec on the escape. Yeah, so that's a gas barbecue.
Yeah.
That again might be similar to the one you had in your caravan.
Yeah.
In here, obviously got a bit of storage, cable, winder handle, whatever for the for your canopy.
Yeah. And how does that function? The canopy.
Well, if see, they've just got a winder handle. There's a point here where you put the handle in and you just wind it out. You see that there? You just locate that and then just all it is just winds out.
Yeah. Okay. Just make sure I've got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just like the key point. It just wind the handle from that point there.
Now we've got an awning. One of these blow-up ones.
Right.
How does that attach?
I don't know on this one, to be quite honest. Obviously, it depends on which one you've got. I think what you've got is similar to like an awning rail on the inside edge of that. So that bar that's there is the front bar, if you know what I mean. So that comes out. So was it like a freestanding or drive-away awning?
No, it's not.
It's not a drive-away awning.
It's not drive-away, and we bought it here.
Right. For a motor.
For this.
Yeah. I'm not sure on that, to be quite honest, because most people don't tend to put a blow-up awning on the edge of these, so I don't know. Obviously, people do, but I haven't seen it myself.
Yes.
I'm assuming that there is I can just see it like similar to an awning out right under that lip there.
Yeah.
So that bar comes out here.
Yeah.
And you slide that to that.
So what we'd probably do is slide that out and then attach it, slide it,
wind it back,
and then wind it back in.
Wind it back, I'll assume, if you just have the blow-up awning here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Obviously, your gas locker. Obviously slightly different because obviously your gas lock would have been at the front of the caravan, obviously it's on the side with the motorhome. It's got a couple of safety devices on it. Got this button here. You can see that there.
Yeah.
When you turn it on, just press that button. That releases the gas into here.
Yeah.
And then what you've also got is a crash sensor button as well.
Right.
So if you go over a bit of a bump, or obviously have a crash, obviously you won't be. What you've got in there is a little ball bearing.
Yeah.
So if it goes over a bump or crash, whatever, it will cut the gas off. So ball bearing jumps up, that shuts it off.
Yes.
So if that has happened, you're inside, you're trying to get gas to operate on anything, it may just be that once resetting, so you could just use a pen or something like that, just push it in that, hold it 3 seconds.
Okay, so
that resets.
That green dot.
That's it, you just press that, press and hold that in.
Yeah.
Okay. So it does show you there on the
okay.
On that bit there.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously always safe to turn the gas off, or safer to turn the gas off when you're travelling.
Yes.
But obviously that's a backup system that obviously to make sure it will shut off if you did have any kind of accident. Okay.
Yeah.
And what we've also got at the front, this is where you fill the diesel, so that's off the ignition key to unlock that.
Yes.
As similar as a usual fuel cap.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, if you'd like to go inside. Right. So what you will notice obviously different is the control panel above my head. On the Luna, I would have thought it probably just switches here, on off and pump and things like that. So this one obviously still does the same kind of features, but obviously it's slightly more complicated. That's your master switch there. So that's your 12 volt master switch. That's just menu. That one's your water pump.
Right.
That one's your master switch for your main lights.
Yeah.
Master switch for your dimmable lights, the ones that are going above the lockers.
Yeah.
And awning light. Okay. If I wave my hand in front of it, it says that lights it up. So after so many seconds it goes dull, obviously, so it's not interrupting your sleep if you get to get annoyed by it.
That's master switch.
Yeah, it's actually 12 volts. They're just menu, which I'll go scroll up and down in a minute.
Okay.
And then water pump, master switch for your main lights.
Yeah.
Even though they're individually switched, you need to obviously switch the master switch on and off. Same with the dimmable lights.
Yeah.
And that's your awning light.
Right.
Okay. Showing on the screen at the moment, on the left hand side, see the F for fresh water?
Yeah.
Okay, you can see that. So these dots here, or these blocks, that's to show the level of your freshwater tank.
Right.
And that's showing full at the moment.
Right.
This side you can just see W, that's wastewater. So obviously when that goes down, that likely will come back up, because obviously that's filling your waste tank as you're using your water. So you'll see the blocks obviously lighted up on that side when that starts filling up.
Yeah.
In the centre is your voltage for your battery.
Yeah.
On the top here you can see it's connected to leisure battery at the moment. You can connect this to the vehicle battery. So say you're on site without any electric, you could actually start operating off that, but be very cautious doing that because
you won't start the van.
Exactly. That little flash there, that's a flash of electric, so that's saying you've got electric connected. Clock obviously is the next one.
Yeah.
If you want to see anything else, just scroll up and down. Doesn't matter which way you go, it'll just come round to the beginning and the end anyway. Leisure charging, so obviously that's why it's showing 14.2 volts at the moment, because it's going through a charger. Vehicle battery, it's showing.
Where's it showing 14.2?
It was in the centre.
Okay.
Yeah. So next one we go. Vehicle battery is good, so that's what it should be at 12.9. Solar panel. You haven't got a solar panel unless you've had one retrofitted on this one. You know, it's showing that figure there. Select battery. So as I said, you could select vehicle. So if I just press the select button, which is the arrow pointing towards the screen. Yeah. See, now we've gone across to vehicle now.
Right.
Okay, that's what you don't really want to be in.
Yeah.
So if you leave it in leisure, obviously it will remain leisure, but you can select that one if you. Yeah. If you're really desperate. I can't see an occasion where you would be, but that's what you could do. Tank heaters are off at the moment. Tank heaters are only there to protect the tanks when you're using the van in the cold weather. Yeah. They're not there to protect it when you're in storage and you haven't got any other heat in the rest of your van. So that is just to protect the tanks, obviously when you're using it in the colder months. Yeah. AC limit. What you've got obviously on site, the bollard that you connect your electric to. If you overdraw that, it can trip it. Yeah. So if you're careful, obviously you can avoid doing that, or what you can do is set a limit. So if I'm pressing the select button now, it's actually set to 5 amp. So that's the lowest you're likely to find. Yeah. When you're out on sites, more than likely probably more on the continent and probably slightly lower.
5 amp.
Yeah, 5 amp. What you can set all the way up to 16 amp, which is usual for this country. Yeah. Okay, what that will do, if you overdraw it, it will actually shut down the electric on the heating side of it. Right. So the heating will be shut down on electric for that period of time. So say you had an electric kettle, switched it on, it went above the limit, heating kilowatts will drop. Right. So it'll shut down on the kilowatts on the heating when the kettle clicks off even. Yeah. You'll then allow that to come back up. Yeah. Okay. Otherwise, you're just being careful.
Oh, but I missed the vital bit, the computery stuff.
It's all
no, it's all.
We're recording it anyway.
Got it recorded. Yeah.
All right. So is that camera getting heavy yet? Even a little camera like that, it gets really heavy. Right, scroll to the next one, internal temperature. And that noise that's happening now is not your van, that's a compressor at the back of the shed. Right. Right, dimmer level. With the dimmer level, as I said, this is your master switch for your dimmer lights. Right. So sometimes when you switch that on, that will come across the bottom of the screen anyway, or you just scroll up and down to find it. See, it's dimmer level set at 100% at the moment. If I press the select button, you'll see it drop down to 5. So you see the dimmable ones will drop down to 5. Oh no, it hasn't. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So you can see them all dimmed down now. Yeah. So if I press that, you can obviously set it to where you want it. If you've got the app, you can actually on a slider on the app, you can change that level as well. Yeah. Heater settings. So this control panel, as George was saying, or the command system itself, will control your heating as well. Yes. Control lights and all sorts of things like that. If you want to, you can get control, as I said, that manually from this control panel here, like you would have done in your last van, or via this. So if I go into heating settings now, that's saying control manual. So if you want to control the heating from here, that needs to say that. Otherwise, you can set it on a timer on this system, or you can set it via the app. So the app will be via timer as well. Okay. Otherwise, just make sure it says manual if you want to control it from here, which I'll leave it on manual for the moment, so I can show you.
Yeah.
And we'll just exit through there. System settings. The system settings, what we can do via that is set the clock. We can also pair the phone up.
Yeah.
It does get heavy after a while. System settings, as I said, you can change the how long that stays lit. So obviously how many seconds you want to keep that lit.
Yeah.
Clock, time, date, and also to pair up your phone via Bluetooth as well.
Yeah.
So the command system, you can actually sit in here with it on Bluetooth, so you can communicate with the system via Bluetooth by sitting in the van, or you can communicate with this remotely via a phone signal.
Right.
So as long as your van is sitting in a phone signal area, and you are sitting in a phone signal area, so you could be sitting on top of the Reekin, this van here, playing with the heating, setting the heating on.
We don't go very often where there's phone signal. We tend to go to remote places.
Yeah, so you may struggle with that a bit then.
Use your app then.
Yeah, but you could use the app if you're sitting in it with the Bluetooth. Just
Yeah.
remote, you would be unable to. Okay. Okay, happy with that so far?
Well, I missed most of it.
You missed most of it, yeah. Well, the basics are master switch 12 volts. So that switches your 12 volt systems on. That switches your water pump on. That switches your main light. So that's your main light master switch. That's your dimmable light master switch, and your awning light. Then you've just got menu scroll up and down there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy with that bit?
Seems straightforward.
Yeah. Well, it
You've
is.
just got to play with it, haven't you?
It
Yes.
is, yeah. Well,
Yes.
the more you use it, obviously, the easier it gets.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, we
Okay.
struggled with the caravan initially, but once
Yeah.
we got the hang of it,
Yeah.
Obviously, this is going to be slightly different than the
Yes.
caravan. There's still things that are pretty similar, but obviously motorhomes
Yes.
and caravans are.
Have we
obviously,
done the thing about if we wouldn't need extra hot water for the shower, or is that
Yeah, we haven't got that far
relevant
yet.
here? Oh, you
No,
haven't got
haven't
yeah,
that
got
no,
right.
yeah. So we're on to the heating system next, which is
Yeah.
that control panel there. As I said to your other half, it's similar as in it's one unit, as in the heating system, because you had the Aldi system before.
Yes.
So that was circulation and hot water from one unit.
Yes.
This is blown air, so you haven't got the circulation one. So it's still got the hot water tank in the centre. It's taking warm air from it to warm the van up as well. So that's all controlled from here. On-off button is that big button in the centre. You press and hold that, switches it on or off. It is on at the moment. This is just a return button. I'm just going to press that just to light the screen up so we can see it. This one, you can wave at it. So don't try and wave at this one because that's not going to come on if you start waving at it.
Yeah.
All you do is you can just press that or press the main button.
Yeah.
So what we can see in the centre of the screen is time
Yeah.
and also temperature set. So that's your thermostat set to that temperature at the moment. What we've also got is a little plug. That little plug, that should be the same as your last heating system. You should have seen a little plug on if you've got electric connected to it. Okay, so you may have had a Aldi heating button you had to switch on and off to put electric to it. I'm just trying to think now.
Yeah, and in actual fact, it was more of a fan-like on the heating system.
Yeah,
You moved it across to the sort of fan.
yeah, but you should have had a little plug icon like that on the screen just to show you've got electric there.
Yeah. We probably
Not
were
sure
never.
we were
You
aware
might
of that.
not have
Yeah.
noticed it.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So what's showing across the top of the screen? So this is showing that I've got things operating. So what's sitting across the top there? Flame. That is not gas. That's heating.
Yeah.
Okay. So that denotes heating. Next one along is water heating. So that's set to eco at the moment. Next one along, that's your gas. So that's a bottle. And you've got a little flash of electric. So it's operation on a bit of both. And the next one along is your fan.
Right.
Okay.
We've got a new door seal, or we'll have on order for you, because the valeter noticed a tear in the seal here.
Okay.
Okay.
You're taking pictures of me, Andy.
Not you.
You're
Not
going
you
to break
this
it.
time.
Eh?
Not you this time.
Not me this time. Oh, that's good. Right. So come back to heating. Right. So if you can hear, or you see, there's a fan icon there. That means it's on. Obviously, what you can't hear is a fan operating.
No.
The fan only operates when it needs to increase temperature in the room.
Yes.
Right.
So obviously, once it reaches temperature, the fan will
Yeah.
die back down
Yeah.
again. Okay. So if I want to change anything, press the big button. It lights up the next part of the screen now. So the first one you come to, you see that motorhome flashing?
Yes.
That's what I can alter. So if I wanted to alter water, I need to make that flash, or if I want to alter the energy, I need to make that flash, or if I want to change fan. So in this screen now, I can click on that one. So I'm going for heating first. So I can turn it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
or set it to a temperature maximum 30 degrees. Okay?
Right.
Okay.
Once you've decided what temperature you want, click on it to confirm it.
Yeah.
Okay? What you'll see now on the top line, compressor going off here. See on the top line is the flame is flashing now.
Yeah.
The reason for that is it hasn't reached that temperature that I've asked for.
Right.
So that will flash until it achieves the temperature you've asked for.
Right.
Okay. Once it gets to temperature, so if I just reduce that now, so what, if you can see now, we've gone back to the original screen.
Yes.
And it's showing what temperature I've set. I can actually change it from there as well, so I can turn that back down again. Click on it, confirm it. So hopefully we're around about 17 degrees already in here, and that flame should go solid. There we go.
Yeah.
So we know we've reached temperature.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one along. Click on that. That's your water treating. So it can be water treating off, or eco, which is around about 40 degrees, hot 60 degrees, or boost. So you were talking about shower.
Yeah.
You want that extra hot water. You can select boost. What that will do, similar to what your Aldi did, which was on this one, it goes through 2 cycles, which is around about half an hour.
Yes.
So it increases the temperature in the hot water tank.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
you still only got 10 litres, but obviously it's a
Keeping it
increased.
hot
It's
for
an
you. Yes.
increased temperature. Again, same as your Aldi. Again, once you start drawing hot water off it, it starts topping up with cold water.
Yes.
Then by the time you've got to half a tank of hot water, it's half a tank of cold water in there as well.
Yes.
So that can then start reducing the temperature rather rapid. So you
Yeah.
are limited if you have used the shower on board unit. You
Yeah.
realise that you are limited how much hot water you have got.
We
Yeah.
found we did okay with
Yeah.
Aldi,
Yeah,
didn't we?
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
This should be pretty similar.
Yeah.
So what I'll do, I'm just going to put it back to eco now. So
Yeah.
always, when you've decided which one you want, always press the button to select it,
Yeah.
or just to confirm it. Next one along is your energy select. So you've got options of gas on its own. See the top line? I can say it's getting a bit heavy now.
Oh, it's keeping your arms up.
Yeah,
isn't
it is. Yeah, it just drains all the blood out your arms. So if you can see, I've got the options of gas on its own.
Yeah.
So obviously you've got no electric, it's got to be gas. Mix 1, mix 2. So you see the top line is changing. I'll just explain what they are: electric 1 or electric 2. Okay, I'll just confirm that on electric 2 at the moment. So what you've got, it would be similar on your Aldi. You had 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt.
Yes.
It is slightly less. It's about 900 watts, 1800 watts.
Okay.
So if you remember, it's 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt.
Yeah.
So that's on the electric side of it. Mix 1, mix 2, same as your Aldi as well. You can have gas and electric. So mix 1, 1 kilowatt, mix 2, 2 kilowatts. So gas and electric.
Right.
And obviously gas on its own. Right. So if you're aware of or not, 2 kilowatts obviously is not a huge amount of energy.
No.
Okay, so in the summer, that's probably efficient enough to give you some hot water and give you a bit of warmth in the room. So obviously, hopefully in the summer you don't really need warmth.
Yes.
So it's enough to keep your water, your boiler warm, hot. In the winter, 2 kilowatts is going to struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you compare that at home, you've probably got an electric kettle which is probably about 2 kilowatts.
Yeah.
It's heating up 2 litres of water. Here, this 2 kilowatts is trying to warm up 10 litres of water and this room.
Yeah.
So your kettle at home is not trying to heat the kitchen.
Yeah.
So you've got to remember, 2 kilowatts is not a massive amount of
Yes.
energy. So in the winter, 2 kilowatts you might struggle.
Yeah.
If you operate on the mix, so gas and electric, what it will do, one, it'll be a quicker warm up.
Yeah.
So obviously it's higher energy. What it will do is use both energies from cold, gets up to temperature. This is prioritised to electric, so it'll shut the gas off. So it'll tick over quite nicely on electric then,
Yeah.
once you've achieved that temperature. Unless someone leaves the door wide open, temperature drops, or use all the hot water, obviously it fills it with cold. Gas will then kick in again with electric
Yeah.
and bring it back up to temperature.
So that's mix 1 and mix 2.
Yeah.
And mix 2 is 2 kilowatts of electric
And your gas.
and gas to bring it up to the
Yeah,
temperature.
so I think it's roughly equivalent around about 4.5 kilowatts,
Yeah.
both together.
Yeah.
Okay, so it will be a quicker warm up.
Yeah.
Okay, so just going back to the water treating on boost, what boost will do, obviously, as
Down
it-
when
it-
he's not doing
yeah,
anything.
so it obviously on boost, it's concentrating all that heating on the hot water. Obviously, it doesn't want any warmth being dragged away from the boiler into the room.
Yes.
If you're blowing warm air into the room, obviously it's taken away from the boiler. So what it will do is shut the fan down if it's still operating at that stage, so your heating will stop while it's heating that water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it should have been
Yes.
similar to your
Yes,
Aldi.
that's right.
What you've also got on the fan side of it, you can get a boost on that as well. So obviously it increases the fan and puts a lot of hot or more warm air into your van. That's obviously takes it away from the boiler.
Yeah.
So obviously you can't have both operating at the same time. So
Yeah.
if you want, when you turn up to site and you're cold,
Yes.
you want the heat, you're not going to
Yes.
get water, or the opposite round, if it, other way
That's,
round.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Rather, we always boil the Well, you can't boil the kettle, can you, if you're boosting the electric, I suppose?
No. You can still boil. Yeah, no, you can
Yes.
still boil the kettle. Yeah, yes, that's still a possibility. Obviously, it all depends on what bollard is giving you out there. If you've got a 16 amp
Yes.
connection, you can boil the kettle no problem and
Right.
have your 2 kilowatts of heating on.
Right, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Right, so last one we go along to is your fan. So fans, I can actually say that on a Monday morning. Fans flashing. So eco, so that's your lowest fan setting. You can have high, so you can see the top line's now changed to 2 blades coloured in. So 1 for eco, 2 for high. You can see now it's not giving me the function of boost. Okay. The reason for that is I'm not really trying to increase the temperature at the moment. Because at the moment it's saying we're at 17.
Yeah.
If I just, what I'll do now is increase it to 30. It may give us that option on the fan now for boost. There we go.
Yeah.
So what it is that if I'm trying to increase it by 1 degree, it's not going to give me boost.
Yeah.
Because it thinks, well, we're nearly there anyway. Why do I want to boost it?
Yeah.
If you're trying to increase it, say 10 degrees, then it's more likely to give you that option of boost.
Right.
Okay. You may hear the fan kicking in a second. Right, just go back to the that one. Just reduce that back down again. Okay.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah, we didn't hear the fan kicking in.
No, because it was. I didn't give it long enough to get.
Right,
Obviously, it doesn't.
but it
The fan doesn't fire up straight away.
Yes.
It needs to warm up first a bit before it starts pushing the air in.
Okay. Right. Well, we're going to take all this away and try it. And
Yeah.
fortunately, we only live just over the road.
I think these ones are not too bad.
No,
I
it
think
sounds
the
fairly
Aldi system you
straightforward.
control by, from what I remember that one, you're pressing the arrow going across. And
That's right.
Yes.
It didn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people.
No, it
Well,
did.
not
A lot of people
initially,
think,
no.
yeah, it does.
No.
It's not the most.
Yeah, no, it
intuitive.
looks fairly straightforward.
It look-
Just
yeah,
need to
it
get
is, yeah,
comfortable with it, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just have a play with
Yeah.
it. This one's quite good, as in if you're quite handy on the internet and YouTube. If you go onto YouTube and look for your Truma heating, they've got Truma themselves have got their own video on there,
Right.
which is about 5-7 minutes long. It's
Yes.
not a technical video; it's easy to use, how to use,
Yeah.
which is really good, which I learned
So I was
from.
going to say, why are there 2 different panels? I can see that one does
This is a
lights.
control panel for the vehicle, so that's what you would have had for your caravan. So your 12-volt systems, your water pump, your lights.
All right.
This one is for your heating. So your Aldi
Simply
is
for
a
the heating.
separate heating system,
Yes.
but this will control that. Right? Just to confuse things more.
All right. So
Yeah, so you can operate the heating on its own without that talking to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just fall back, I suppose. Fail safe or something.
Yeah, but it's only because this system's come in that you can talk to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before any other caravans vehicles,
Just
you,
had that.
you would have had the 12-volt master switch or pump switch.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
And then you had your
And
heating
that.
system, which was a
So
separate
that's
control.
the new- yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
You
Okay.
can
Yeah.
do all that on your phone or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, you can operate
I see.
that via that.
Okay.
Right, just obviously going veering off that little bit. See these two here switches?
Yes.
They're the drain switches.
Right.
So it's an electronic switch, just like a light switch. If you click it down, it will drain it.
Right.
Okay, it won't when the engine's running. So if you've pulled over at the caravan emptying point, and you've still got your engine running,
It won't.
it won't open. So it needs to be engine off, control panel on, switch that on, or switch it down, and it will drain it.
So you just push that in.
Yeah, you just push that like a light switch,
And
and,
if-
that will open the drain on the underneath.
And if you want to stop it,
Just click it back up again.
click it back up again.
So it's not instant, so it obviously takes a few seconds for it to open and
Yeah.
a few seconds to shut. So if you press the wrong one and you start half emptied your freshwater tank,
Yes.
yeah, so just be careful of that.
Yeah.
All right.
So how does the fresh? What's the one on the right? What do you do with
Yeah.
that then?
So that's to drain down you've
Fresh
got an
water.
onboard tank.
Oh, to drain it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to drain it. Yeah.
So over winter or something. 'Cause
Yeah.
you wouldn't drain it as
all
you're
to travel.
touring, would you?
Yeah, all to travel.
Oh,
if
do
you
you?
if you imagine this has got a 100 litre tank sitting underneath it, you fill that with fresh water. That's 100 kilo of water you're travelling with, which may be okay to travel with that, but your payload, what you're going to be taking with you to travel around wherever you're going, else you'd have to reduce that because you've got a full tank of water. The weight, you've got to remember the weight. Same as your caravan.
Yes.
You had a limit of how much weight you
Yeah,
can put
that's
in
right.
that caravan. It's
Yeah.
the same with this. I know it's like a van chassis, but there's still all this on top of it already.
Yeah.
So you put an extra 100 kilo of water, or put 100 kilo of water in there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
quite an extra
So
bit of
can
weight.
you tell
you
her
can
how-
you can drive with some water in there if you wanted to.
I was going to say, is
Yeah.
there a gauge so you can see how much you've got in there?
Yeah, I did go through that.
Oh, right.
So
okay.
that's full at the moment.
Oh, right.
It's
and that's
a rough
always
gauge,
there on the left. That's the water.
yeah, so
is
that's
it?
your water, yeah. And then
It's
on this
always
side,
there.
you see this W here.
Yes.
So as the waste tank fills, you'll see the blocks come up on this one.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. Good. What I'll just show you now is your consumer unit, which is cleverly hidden under this corner down here. So consumer unit may look similar to your last one, or slightly different anyway. So heating and hot water. As I said, you may have had you're the little plug that's on that heating control panel. The little plug that's on the side. If that's not switched on, that little plug won't be there.
Right.
So if you're trying to operate on electric, you're not going to be operating on electric.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so if you're sitting in, it's still cold in your van, the likelihood it will start beeping at you anyway. If I just switch that off, just wait to hear if it's... What you should see on the heater control panel is a little warning triangle. That's to say, if I'm trying to operate, if you have a look now, there's a little warning triangle in the centre of it, on the black one.
Oh, on the black one, yeah.
Yeah,
Bottom, yeah.
yeah. So that's indicating that I'm trying to operate on an energy that I haven't got.
Right.
Yeah.
So switch that. That's where you'll be looking. So if you're sitting in there in the cold, just have a look at the control panel. One, it should give you a little warning triangle anyway,
Yes.
and that little plug won't be there. So it may just be you need to switch that on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Or it might just mean you've tripped your bollard, or you just haven't connected electric.
Is there any configuration that you can't have when you're driving? In other words, do you need
No.
to...
This will on this side of it anyway. This is 240. So when you're driving, that shuts down anyway
Okay,
because you haven't got
right.
electric connected. Okay.
Yeah.
240 trips is
Yeah.
there. Charge button. So as long as you've got that switched on, when you've got electric connected, you can charge your batteries.
Yeah.
Reverse polarity. So that's an indicator light. You go on the continent, they wire things slightly different.
Yeah.
You plug your electrics in. Come and have a look. Obviously, it's a bit fiddly to get in here, but have a look at that. If it's lit, obviously you need an adapter to operate there. They may give that information when you get there anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I haven't been on the continental sites, but I've talked to some customers. They said they're now getting very similar to our electrics now, so you may be able to use them anyway. This side of it is your 12-volt fuses. You can see there's a nice little green light. That's your charger fuse. If I just switch that off now, you'll see that light go off. So that's saying that charger fuse is okay.
Yeah.
There's LEDs alongside these other ones that will light up red if any of these go.
Right.
So you'll see
good.
it will indicate which fuse is gone.
Yeah.
Obviously, if there's a fuse going, there's an issue. So don't just start banging up bigger fuses in to try and reuse it. It's obviously there's an issue with whatever 12-volt system that's blowing the fuse.
Yes.
Just get them checked out. Okay, what you've also got, system shutdown button. What that's there for is when you're in storage, you can switch that off. That will protect your laser battery, so it slows down the drain down on that.
Right.
So it's best to use that. Just remember to switch it back on again when you come to use it, because the control panel won't work until you switch that one back on.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Right. Just put this one, slide that back underneath there. So with them switches, you could actually leave them switched on anyway, because how fiddly it is to get in and out of there.
Yeah.
You won't damage anything if you left anything switched on, because obviously as soon as you unplug electric, that shuts it down anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
While we're down this end, right, it might be easier if I move that out of the way. The drain down for your boiler, which should look pretty similar to your last one, is a really cleverly hidden place. Always fun fighting with these cushions. Right. So if you can see, just see down here, you see the yellow lever down there. That should be exactly the same as your last one.
Yeah.
So that drains your boiler.
Right.
Okay. So and your tap system. So obviously for winter, make sure you do open that up. So lift it up to pointing upwards. Open all the taps. Drain it down. Same as your caravan.
Yeah.
Make sure you do that for winter.
Yeah.
Okay. Place that back down there. I'm not sure why they decided to put that one of them under there, I don't know. But
no, you're right.
Yeah, what's the point of a backrest behind there? It's like, how are you going to sit in there?
Yeah.
The only thing you're going to put under there is your feet.
Just makes it tidy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose just finish it off. Yeah. Right, water system, that should be exactly the same to operate as your caravan.
Yeah.
So to prime it, again, all you need to do is obviously make sure you've got water in the system. You've closed your drain down valves, and you've shut all the taps before you switch water pump on.
Yes.
Because you end up with water where you don't want it.
Yeah.
Then water pump on, exactly the same, open it up, get the air out of the system if obviously you've drained it before.
Yeah.
Fill your hot water tank exactly the same.